Welcome back. This is the Truth Morning Devotion on Truth FM 103.9. We're on Facebook and YouTube. Welcoming all we viewers them from across the country and across the world, and we listen as them as well. So this morning we can talk about the Sierra Leone political party, political marathon, the IGR survey, we they launched yesterday. And, we don't see them there out by December. It sparked a lot of conversation online from political party supporters, the two major political parties them. So this morning I get Andrew Lavalley from IGR. We can discuss this. Internal Party Democracy, Sierra Leone Political Marathon, Volume 1, Internal Democracy of Political Parties, December 2025. Let's just read an excerpt of them. It says, following the Sierra Leone Political Marathon, Volume 1, Internal Democracy of Political Parties, December 2025. I just read an excerpt quickly. It says, following the fallout from Sierra Leone 2023 election, there is widespread anxiety about the fate of democracy as we prepare for the 2028 election. While much attention is given to the readiness of election management bodies to deliver free, fair, peaceful, and credible election in 2028, little attention is paid to the preparedness of political parties. Tripartite Committee Report 2024. This imbalance represents a significant oversight in Sierra Leone's ongoing democratic consolidation. Political parties are expected to develop and articulate policy ideas for governing a country. They mobilize the electorate by communicating with citizens and managing supporters' expectations. Thus, the quality of the institutionalization of political party competition invariably portends the quality of a country's democracy. Operating in an environmental stricken by poverty, pre-model orientations, high levels of illiteracy, and decades of political violence, delivering the said expectation has shown to be challenging for political parties in a young democracy like Sierra Leone. And that's not just the introduction of the report. So now this informs the idea of doing this survey where on a title, the Sierra Leone Political Marathon. I see the cover. I see Monk do the cartoon of the cover, and I see the other one we get the political, the aspirants them will sabi. So now this introductory, the first paragraph I read now inform this survey.
Absolutely, and thank you very much, Lamrana and Truth Media. The focus has always been on which we would call 3.6, section 3.6, we're not just the aspirant there. But this report is more important than that. Internal democracy, for better, for worse, if we're not correct and as alone, we're going to change government, but we're not going to change the country. Because political parties cannot give what they don't have. So, this BN term, this Christmas term, I don't fall in love with this biblical quote where they say, righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach. But when it talks says righteousness exalts a nation, okay, just feel say it can just happen miraculously. Little do we know that we need to nurture righteousness. In a status side, trust don't collapse. We actually need to nurture righteousness. A lot of we do grumble, but inclusivity. See, this way APC the kind of power, not the north. Where SLP kind of power, not the southeast. If the political parties are not nurture inclusivity at the party level, they can't give it. A lot of we, they always grumble about accountability. Say the state not accountable, where resources then can they, now for just a few within the parties. Who's how you get political parties controlled by a few people, and then few people then by extension they go control the delegates. And the Bogo Jama not important. There is no way we can be an accountable nation. So we'll talk about internal party democracy. This is not just something for be of interest to IGR. This is not something for be of interest to everybody. And why this important? I think Sierra Leone are one of the countries in Africa now we don't left. We get independence, pre-independence parties. I don't say South Africa get ANC. You get Mozambique, then get Frelimo, Renamo, then independence younger. But Sierra Leone, SLPP and APC, 1951, 1961, now the few now West Africa, if not
even big Nigeria don't change.
Oh, they all don't change. So And nothing say bad. You know, then party here, then they stamp then character with the country. Anything they happen inside then they happen at the party. So some we can normally feel say we need to go outside for solutions. But we can feel for realize say we actually need for look inwards. You within an APC, if you fix APC, you within an SLPP, if you fix XLPP, even if you party no win, you're actually contributing to the greatness, to the betterment of this country. Yeah? So to not make internal democracy, this marathon, what we say what they do. Marathon means it's a race, it's a long race, and we not only look at the people that they do the race when are the aspirant there, we look at the institutions that they do the race, waiting they happen to them. So now I make the question the cover, but thing about waiting the process, how the process they be.
So now look at you know, I read one of the areas that we get for do with result. There we can talk about the methodology, and it's a significant majority, 74% of all respondents identify themselves as supporters or members of the two main political parties. Party membership is split between SLPP and APC, with each 37% of respondents stating that they were either APC or SLPP members. It is important to note that the survey did not distinguish between those who claimed they were party supporters versus those who were card-carrying members of a party. Respondents are evenly split between men and women. At least 50% are youths, 18 to 35 years. Then the figure did it. But what I want to ask is, you know, this survey about internal political party democracy, now people when are members of political party, they no more targets now within the political party una do with collaboration of the political parties or una do on your.
So we actually do with input from political party. I don't know if collaboration are the word. Who designed the instrument that we call political parties, and the two main political parties, the APC, SLPP. And I just want to use this opportunity for say thank you to them, because this really is an emerging partnership between civil society and political parties. We spend an hour in the SLPP office with the debates, the questions, one line by line, with the party leadership, chairman, secretary general. We spent 3 hours in the APC office. In fact, there was a much more appetite for scrutiny in the APC office from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. They serve refreshments all. And 2 weeks after, the one way they actually manage the data now, IGR, not to Sierra Leone yourself. So now all go there. So then we come, you go fill the data. Me and Andrew Lavalley and even they, in terms of how would they recruit, would I know the recruits in the data management process. You collect the data, then after that they will invite the two parties them. They actually come at the SLPP office at the leadership, and na IGR. So then kind of IGR, we go through line by line all of the results then. But as usual, you can research something and the conclusions, you know, can agree with them. Even we say can be to we, and like this data we don't publish, so I get a lot of people that when salon small, we don't be party them both sides, SLPP, APC, they're not glad. Somebody talks, they are the one for undermine me, they are the one set agenda for their loss. That's how it is. But we actually look at what's not the broader good for the country, and how do we ensure that we then say you mentioned the word card carrying members versus ordinary members. Which man they call party member. Normally, now registered members of the party. Mean a registered Republican, registered Democrat, mean a registered Labour or Conservative. But inside saloon, you can hear somebody say, me I born SLPP, me I born APC, I die APC or something. And now then they go chook, now then debate and they make quarrel blabber for you in a community. So you know who talk say we can now per internal democracy process, they're not important. Yesterday, something they go around about the APC Secretary General, the cards they would carry with about 125,000. I don't know if you see.
Yeah, I see the video around.
Yes, where you watch 125,000, where you divide them by the number of APC supporters, it's about 11%. So you can see, say, registration, whilst it's important, but registration is not equal to party membership. So one of the things we'll do, we try for see how do we limit with discretion. Because sometimes if we tell police inside Salon, you see say people will not get access to political party database, membership database.
Yeah.
It's not public. And in fact, some of the difficulties are for even access delegates them.
So the political party then provide the delegate list? So
No.
What's in them provide? What's in the information with them provide?
In the first place, both political parties then say, then leaders then. They don't recognize anybody in the leaders at the moment.
The aspirants them?
The aspirant them, with people and their individual names there. So what we do, we just look at all of our media houses there. We scrape the names that we don't come up. Social media, regular media, we scrape the names that we don't come. If I will present them to them and say, no, for as far as we're concerned, we don't recognize anybody as an aspirant because we not even blow the whistle yet. It was dangerous for we allow we own discretion or political party and discretion into the research. So what we do, we rely largely on Statistics Sierra Leone, the sampling frame for sample totality of Sierra Leonean. And so this is one limitation of this research. This not to delegates.
Yes, that's because that Nadande want ask, because the delegates are the people who who actually go get for votes for elect the flag bearer.
Okay, my own feedback to that. In fact, it's good for you start here because the one way they delegate the delegates then now they first for talk to. Because delegate don't mean say no, me, I don't fit being a delegate now. You get some people and they want people in payroll. Waiting in community waiting for represent where they actually delegate them, waiting they talk, they don't even care about them. So that for let you deep in democracy, you get for look at waiting at people in popular view. Na so democracy they work. Because democracy actually means the authority of the people. A lot of talk say you don't outside this place the na hill station here. You know, it used to be a constituency under the first past the post, but a lot of the most delegate structures in Sierra Leone are constituency based. So here you go get a youth leader, a women's leader, a chairman of this area as delegates. Then that person say now, no, me, all the one that with the SLPP, all the one that with the APC in here, I don't care about them. Now, which no more me feel. So tell that person when I'm a party when a flag bearer, now no more me want. If we not make them processes and they open and inclusive and accountable, it go difficult for let we get, you know.
So that is why this survey they recommend for remove the delegate system and use
well no we know the citizens then say if you have to let this improve, you don't say we're going at the West. Party primaries is everybody they come where they say delegates, Republicans, Democrats. You see everybody they can into party primaries. They can't do them process. And but mind you, inside Salon we get APC constitutional processes. You get SLPP constitutional processes. This research not the circumvent them. Within this research they say, be that as it may, with this delegates one now for go vote. Let actually consult with the one that will delegate them. You understand that? Lamana, me each don't see way party primary scheme. One, in fact, SLPP last year, it actually led to the burning of some houses. You see, fet. Some people in Freetown elites, they come here, go upline. They go sit delegates then. Instead of ordinary people, they come together and say, na una represent we. So that honesty in how we build systems, political systems at the grassroots up, it's been subverted. It's just because, in fact, that's the reason why we actually take them to party here, because anybody we get leadership, there's a possibility, there's a 50% chance
for be president.
For be president.
Is a survey, you know, the results they should say people them want the delegate system be usai everybody they go the party then gets a system usai everybody go and go vote. So one person no go just go and go decide for we.
No, in fact, we asked whether how you feel about delegate business, how you feel the delegate business to operate right now, because the first question was for them to understand how delegate business be, whether a big man they decide or whether not the delegate and they decide, because there is this belief say in SLPP say the person no more way Mother BO and President BO, that person they get for win. Inside SLPP, inside APC, President Nkrumah no go there, but a lot of people in talk say the candidates with the back,
You get influence.
get influence over him. So we ask people, when I believe down there, close to 30% say yes, that is true. But about 70% on both sides of, they say, now the delegate then get for decide. So then we ask them, say, how na go and let the process actually be? When I go and let them big man then decide, or na go and let all card members, card holders and vote. You have SLPP 77% say that.
Yeah, I see that very high.
Yes. APC about 74% say they want the card holders. So people and this really they speak volumes about to democracy. We will track Afrobarometer in the pecking order of African countries. Sierra Leone are the third most country where you don't embrace democracy. So it not surprise me for let people and talk say we self one go take part, not a few people no more, and especially because trust is lost.
Exactly, and then there was easier about it because for everybody go vote, they look at the whether the political party can get the capacity, you know, for able to conduct election that way. They will say everybody go come and come vote for the flag bearer instead of just the delegates aspect of them. Is it about the issue of lack of trust in the system, even at this level, before going into the election?
Throughout history, internal democracy, we don't still say in order to go well. In fact, one of the reasons why we do this, if you look at history, like for, the first coup Salon gets, now internal democracy ain't go wrong. I mean, from the way they follow Salon history in 1967, that's in the Salon be they under Uminga parliamentary system at the time. Sir Albert refused to give 3 people then party symbol. Then go declare themselves as independent, they win. Where they don't win now, SLPP and APC then tie. And that time the tiebreaker get for be the independence. Then go talk to them until they not agree. So then balance and support to APC as Shaka Stevens become the prime minister. And what happened, the military at the time we've been loyal to SLPP, the military, the military, Brigadier Lansana then take over. We know what happened. You know what happened? Fast forward 40 years on, the same Sir Albert Magai, like Iyon Piki now, in 2007, that same thing about internal democracy happened to Ram, wherein in belief say Beara was coronated by Kaba, so you go form your own party. And SLPP 40 years on, they lost back. And they lost back because of internal democracy. If you look NDI reports, NDI say in 2017, Nkrumah coronate Samora Kamara. It led to the formation of C4C, APC loss. So NGC, Kandiyom Kelabi was dissatisfied with the way SLPP run them party primaries. The process, not necessarily the outcome, with the process, so instead formed the NGC. So political parties therefore no say, if you not get internal party democracy right, you go suffer in the end. The party then where they enduring, where they able to adapt themselves to the challenges of the times. Now the one they way they embrace popular views. So now that make, and we're glad the way the 2 political parties and APC and SLPP, they actually sit down with we, and the time we then take for vet the instruments, vet the results. I think sit down there is worthy of special notice because you know say if we not get this process right, you go end up for
there's the appetite for reform, for accept some of the indicators or views of the people who own a survey with on our engagement.
Obviously, and waiting because it's not a marathon. We serve as researchers, we understand with limitations. So then feedback then the way the political parties and then give. The next time we would do the second round, definitely it get for be incorporated so that we will make sure say everybody will take them along. So
quickly before Doc don't join me, before I go to Doc, I would just want to ask about the methodology, the within the scope. Would I now out of Freetown or just Freetown when I talk
across the country? Across the country, and the sample size is about 1,200. And normally people like you grumble about sampling.
Yeah, the numbers.
There's numbers. You know, sampling, Lamrana. If if you know well, you go to hospital. You want doctor want know if you know well. Now small blood then they take. Then they take boku blood. They just go test them. If you want cook soup and you want to know if salt pass mark, you need to drink one bowl. Now small you taste. So then in social science, now a sampling technique now you need to talk to the entire population. Inside Freetown, you come out Orugu Bridge to Calabar Town, Orugu Bridge to Juba. You say, I want to know how people feel about me. The Lamarana, say I talk to 100 people and randomly. You talk to, out of 180 of them, say, Lamarana, you look like say you know well. I swear if you not take time, you go sick. So that are the power of sampling. You don't need to talk to everybody. Survey is different from census. For census, now you talk to everybody. So we talk to 1,200 randomly, and we do probability by population size. Now, so we weight the district then. Freetown, they get past Bond. Bo, they get past Bond. Kenima, they get past Kono, depending on the populations. And we take statistics really on the frame. And what's really interesting, see the coincidence. Even though it's randomized, it turned out, say, the political party there, SLPP and APC, 74% of the people then say, it's a self-identified party members. Because ideally, in that kind of research here, they take the party list.
Exactly.
But party list not publicly available. In fact, in the conversation with political parties, we requested for party list, but not get party.
But people already get the delegates. Then get
not to just delegate list. I mean party list as well.
The membership.
The membership list, yes. So you get delegates. Then easy for they could be identified.
So why specifically we not concentrate on the delegates? Perhaps say these are the people we get for votes. Now they that is the system where the party.
No, democracy. You know, they start with delegates. The delegates are delegated, and they are delegated by people. So, in fact, then delegates then get an obligation, for pay attention to listen to the one that with the delegates them. So if we just say no, listen to them delegates. What if then delegates they are one person just buy them? So you just play to somebody in framework. So whilst it's good, if I follow stress test some of them institutional mechanism there with people and whether they're actually democratic in the first place. And one of the things that come out now with recommendation, but we'll do the press conference and some of the things that will come. They say really what I need to recommend to the political parties there, part of maybe the constitutional mechanism before convention, let the delegate and go consult. And as a matter of fact, that's what it for be.
Yeah, but the point is, what's in the happen is now the aspirants, them, or individuals, and then they get the delegates them. They already do identify and delegate them before the election. Yeah, and after they know that get the votes.
Yes, and we see situations who say, I mean, if you follow party conventions, you see somebody talk say, me why I go to that hotel there. Now that aspirant they then go lodge me. See that aspirant they in hotel, the people and they go sleep the number one day. Maybe sometimes they look for the highest bidder. Yeah. They say they move commodity. And in all of this conversation, where the party grassroots, where the party in roots, where then really the conversation for day about. Because when they say a delegate conference, it's not the party in your parliament that, not in your representatives and that. So within this research they do is how much are they being listened to. So maybe the next round I will actually begin how to talk to then
the delegates them directly.
Yes.
Okay, and we'll continue for stage. I'll come back to you shortly. Well, we get the experienced man which we have in the studio, Dr. Julius Spencer. I'm sure you understand better within delegate election go mean, within election go mean. But happy New Year, Doc, and welcome.
Thank you. I wish you the same.
Yeah, it is a pleasure having you. Doc, last year, you write about one of the most critical issues the country don't discuss. We get to do with drugs and addiction. And one of the arguments I read where you put up is that, when they talk about drugs, someone they talk about addiction. Where if you ban kush and pull kush away, the young person, they look for other drugs where they get addicted to. Because, addicted to drugs, you need to take something. But this is a social issue. I just want, ask you about what do you think will be the big social issue this 2026? Is it about addressing drug issue or politics and governance? The president don't declare 2026 as year of delivery, and direct delivery will go affect the lives of people.
Well, I think say then two issues then they na big issues. Politics they dominate with lives na salon. As election done so, politics not they done, they continue. Because as one election done, the party then they begin plan for the next election. And a lot of the focus we then get even in all waiting and they do. Now the one they win the election, waiting them for do for make sure say they win the next one. The one they will lose, waiting them for do for make sure say they win, and the one they now lost. So the focus not to even on national development and waiting really the ordinary people want. Now waiting them believe say they in their own interest. Now that politics don't be reduced to Nasa alone. So then they go continue for be an issue, and as we approach 2028, the next election, in fact, APC they get and delegates, whatever, then they start in lower level elections in a few weeks' time. They go on, then they get the flag bearer and national executive. SLPP, they not get mind get flag bearer just now. Because they know the implications of that. So I think say their own flag bearer go can later. But even last year, then not to last year, the previous year, don't hear people then they begin for the campaign, say they want to be flag bearer, they want to be this, they want to be that. So all of that they go continue. The drug addiction business go continue. And for me, until and unless we address the fundamental issues where they cause drug addiction as alone, will not solve the problem.
But how do we infuse, this conversation of drugs, and we then just do this survey? We see the reaction we get. Everybody, like you say, everybody wants you sign candidates and aspirants there, and no side in at the table. How do we get the issue then where you highlight in that article, pardon the part 1 and the part 2, into the conversation of even politics and order for be leader and then political party?
Well, I think say why are they right in the first place? Now for make the one then we get the power for make policy decisions, then pay attention. And waiting they do me, not just the think but something right. I do research. So because my background are in academics. So I do research and come up with information before I form my opinion. And then two articles and they were right. Now because of research I don't do, not to just but alone. When you look at drug addiction worldwide, not to a simple matter of law enforcement or even rehabilitation of the drug addicts. Now, major social issue. People then they get into drugs because of social pressures. And you get different categories of people. In the second article, I identify 4 categories of Sierra Leoneans. Like my own age group, no possibility for make I go get involved in drugs again. The 10 don't pass. Get people then like me, even some younger, significantly younger than me, we don't pass that stage there. Get the one there where don't begin. They're not fully addicted yet. You get the one that we don't totally addicted. And get the one that will not begin yet. So for me, the one that will for target, not the one that will not begin yet. The one that we don't addicted, you can try for rehabilitate them, get them out of the addiction, but standing are only part of the solution. You get for ensure see the environment will make them go into drug addiction, you sort out that environment there. The one that we don't begin, we not get fully addicted yet, again that one and then you can try for save them. Let them not become addicted. We need a lot of social mobilization. We need a lot of dialogue and discussion. And one thing where we lack in this country, the media don't they try. Because of the media, where they get a lot more discussion on issues now than in the past. But at a national level, I believe say government for open up the space and engage in more public dialogue and debate. I think say the Minister of Information they try, then civic days where then they go around, etc. But I think so we need more of that. And need to identify the issues and let's get sustained national discussion and dialogue on the issue. Then the drug addiction. Drug addiction, I don't think say any country where then don't reach the level we don't reach to, don't able for come out and completely.
And that's not the point so you make that we're getting into it and it get more difficult for we get out of I read an excerpt of written Andrew, the introductory statement this morning, and it talk about a poverty-stricken society. You know, is it that poverty and level we'll get, they play a part in this social crisis we get presently?
Look at the one that we don't become addicted to drugs. You go find out, say, a lot of them now out of frustration. You get some when experimentation, the one that we then party there, you go party, then say, but try this, it will make you enjoy, etc., etc. But you get the one that when out of frustration, you get graduate, then they go university, then go through almost years of study, rigorous study, then graduate, then they will get work. Then they look, they don't see any future for themselves. You get the one then where then drop out of school. Through no fault of their own, some not their own fault, some not to their fault. Sometimes then people they know for pay fees for them, then drop out of school. So you get a lot of social pressures. Poverty is a major factor. We know for a fact, say, the large population, large proportion of the Sierra Leonean population, they live in poverty, abject poverty. You get people that were not able to get 1 meal a day. Then boku. The number of people who for it 3 square meals a day in this country, then few. We're not plenty, becoming now one of them. We're not plenty. So, when you get them kind of pressures, then for like you able to solve the drug addiction problem. And you know, I can talk and say, even in the worst of times, even in the most trying circumstances, people in the war make money. Mm-hmm. During the war, people in the way gentry, behind the one alone. Mm-hmm. Because business, they look for opportunity. And drugs, now an opportunity. If you don't get the demand, the supply will reduce. But as long as the demand there, look America. Always in they do, Trump, they go kill people in boats, then say then they go with drugs in America. Then they try for stop drug addiction. Then don't do all kinds of things. Yeah. Then don't send military go now, which country, Colombia and all kinds of things. They're not able to stop them. Why? Because the demand there. The one then where they get into drugs, they're about the wealthiest people. They self get power. They're able to corrupt a whole country, take over the governance of the country because then they corrupt the politicians, corrupt the police, corrupt the military because of money. Now, I hope so we're not reach that stage there in a salon, but some of the we're posting the area. We're not sure if we're not on the near.
When that's how I asked, Doc, you think, say, from the governance level, law enforcement as well, we've done enough for, we still get this cloud of the Dutch, the guy we wanted waiting at this country, you know, is there over we, any other reports is there around. You think so we don't do enough from the governance perspective and law enforcement for address this?
Well, I don't think so we don't do enough, but the question is, we capable for doing enough? That's the big question. As long as drug baron them, whether local or international, don't infiltrate a country, then don't find out, say, we can do business now, yeah. Then don't fend the road. Then don't identify people then where then they work with. We know say policemen is all involved in drugs, not all policemen, and some. Then don't arrest some. Then don't charge some of them. Then don't dismiss some of the police. The army, same thing. Mm-hmm. So across the social spectrum, not to just the government or government people them, across the social spectrum, people then they where they get involved in drug business because money did it. Now, all countries then don't try all kinds of things, make a punitive so that you go afraid for them, but death penalty not being made people then not they kill other person. Mm-hmm. So the question of the punitive nature not they solve the problem. Because we as human beings, we get the capacity for say, me not go turn so. Me go for a slide and not go catch me. One day then catch you. Other person will say, me not go turn so, now it not being a sense. So it they continue. So the question is, if you not address the root causes of the drug addiction.
How do we address it though?
Well, it got to take time. Not a quick fix. First of all, we education. We got to start from the schools, from primary school. Let picking them understand the dangers. Parents, they cost me at some point where I talk now, another media institution, say parenting is a major problem. Now this country, we don't get a breakdown in parenting. But parents, they don't know what in picking and they do. When they wake in the morning, all man go about in business. Picking for go school, you know they go school. Parents don't know. And as far as they're concerned, in picking them at school, all thing okay. Picking them at treat. Picking they go join gang. We been get all click business. Even though they're at school, even if you reach primary school. So I jokingly say, Kush now don't do one good thing for we. I think say a lot of them click Bobo and Titi then don't depend drugs. Now they don't go pan Kush.
Yeah.
I think say Kush don't kill them plenty. Or Kush don't make them weak, they don't get energy again. We're not the effect again. So maybe that's not one positive thing, but a negative positive. So we need to address the issues then the poverty levels, employment, and education, social education, civic education, yes, but parents, now they for start, now the home, now they for start. If parents them get control, not to the right word, get an engaging relationship with them, picking them. For me, now two picking there get, they don't get their own family now, now grand picking there they talk about now. But when then they grow up, even after they don't do school, they know they work yet. None of them, one a bobo, the big one a man, the younger one a woman. They no go can amuse with one pair crepe. Put not to me or their mama buy them for them. Then go get for explain. Who say you pull money for go buy that crepe day?
Involved in life.
Yes. They check on them at school. We know them teacher them. Periodically, when they go to school, go find out how then they do. If they get any issue, then teacher they know how for contact with. If you not get that kind of relationship they with you picking, we picking them they talk to we. Me, my daughter, been they talk discussing boyfriend business with me. At some point, we don't reach a certain age. So if you not get that kind of relationship with you picking, it go difficult for make you know what you picking they do. And when you don't know what you picking they do, you not get the capacity for getting enough guidance. And that parental guidance is critical. It's critical. If that they not day, picking and they go tend for go astray. Some people are lucky. You know, I can say every young person, they go through their temptations. We will go university. We know. You come on a house, you don't use for dinner house, you go na university campus, mama no day, papa no day, paddy them. You tend to get involved in all kinds of things. Some of we lucky because that time they na jamba na been the most common waiting. So we try. Some of we lucky and all man in constitution different. Some people then get stronger resistance. Me na headache been they give me. So 1, 2, I not take again.
You left?
I left. But so in a sense until I've been lucky, but apart from that, I'm strong-willed. And all they do anything where I not want for do. So I've been there with people them around me where they smoke. We can they keep comping. I go up there and rap. Then they smoke, me not they smoke. I've been they drink. I begin drink where they go school. I begin smoke cigarette where they go school. But they like it today, decades ago I left for smoke. I can drink, but only social drinking. I know they sit down no more, I feel for drink. I know they didn't amuse no more by myself, I take drink, I begin drink. I know they drink drunk. So people then, they different genetic makeup, different psychology. You get the one that way more prone to that kind of thing and the way easy for get addicted.
Yeah, but society gets a role for play.
Definitely. Definitely, you start with parents, they go to society. First time who they go up, you neighbor them. You not go to do something, you see your neighbor, you continue for doing because they go lay complain.
Yeah.
If I ain't go down discipline you first, then you go lay complain to your parent and then discipline you back. That time they in a school, you do something, then they discipline you there, then they go report to your parent, the parent then go discipline you back. But now, then they punish speaking at school, they go tell him parent and they go fetch teacher. So all this, you get so many things that we don't broke down. in this country. So the social milieu important, parents important, society important, then the governance important, education important. Education, not just book learning. Even the time when they teach in a university, I they engage my student them. But not just they deal with the topic or they deal with, even if when we teach literature, I teach drama. So in my own case, you get for relate to life. Get for relate to salon, waiting they happen in a salon. So if we discuss a play, discuss a novel, when they look at salon, how this kind of thing are so related to salon. You they discuss issues we get for those social engagement. You they discuss humanity, your ability for understand human beings, and therefore you're able for interact and empathize with people.
Okay, Doc. I'll come back to you. Andrew, I just want to take this point. The social issues away, Doc. This survey gets one part where say party members' views on critical national issues. Let's just read part of them. It says Sierra Leone's parties are grappling with a range of contentious issues, including qualifications to contest leadership, some of which have been referred to the oversight body and the Political Parties Regulation Commission. So a resounding majority, 87%, believe that at least 5 years membership should be a requirement to qualify for a national party executive position and to be a party's flag bearer. Also, 52% believe that close relatives of a sitting president, such as children or spouses, should not run for the presidency. There's been this argument about, we see some Sumana PPRC don't give ruling. There's been this conversation about KKY status now, the SLPP. There's been this talk about, we want to clearly state about First Lady Fatima Bill wanting to also become a flag bearer. Is this about eliminating them from the race or clarifying? You know, because the percentage now, join a party before becoming flag bearer, the I, 97%. 3 or more years qualification for party or flag bearer, 87%. Half MP nomination to the women, okay. Then 2 points then, waiting the report clearly.
But before that, I just want to make a little comment about waiting Doc will say, which I totally agree with, and all really they in sync with this talk about the national issues then we party to grapple with. I think Doc touched something where I would just want to throw one line for buttress, which they say about the role of governance in drugs. And a lot of times people when they go Rwanda, so would they go past study tour. You know, if government are effective in many other things, say for example productivity, create jobs, we will begin to see it's really not the emergence, then drugs there. Of course, yes, the issue of addiction, the issue of appetite is really key. But the question is, drug is really a symptom of a deeper disease in society. It actually should say society, not the function, right? And we need to do something about it. The good news with President Bill say, this is a year of delivery. The team will not see it, and the performance indicators for that delivery. So, what you get for deliver on? If you walk around the street, you go on Lumley, you see young people, the situation really bad past before the war. And a lot of them bribe Bobo Dade and they beg. It means this country are not really recover it. Like with the war done, will not recover it. And so they get like one, epidemic after another. So it means we really need to go back to governance. Let me read something to you quickly, which in the TRC report say. It says neither the APC nor the SLPP made any genuine effort to attend to the debasement of post-independence politics and the economy of the country. On the contrary, history speaks of a systemic failure whereby all members of political elites belong to the same failing system. While they claim to be ideologically different, in reality the two parties shared a brand of politics that was all about power and the benefits it conferred. Tragically, these characteristics persist today in Sierra Leone. This was written in 2004. I don't know whether you don't go write on today. You go write the same thing today. So if we not become a productive society, like this year Trump the travel ban, it's systematic of a failing system.
So the cycle, the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So yes, what you write in that survey, back to the survey, not so for eliminate anybody, but now for really bring, the whole talk about internal democracy. Let few people let us sit down, now the national executive and take decision without consulting the party membership. And one of the ways of consulting the party membership, well, you can do, how do you call them, consultations, but then survey a more scientific approach where you randomly talk to individuals and actually put numbers to their opinions in there. Not to for emulate anybody.
What's the party then reaction to this?
To be honest, they were mute about it. But in fact, we will go now. They flesh out them questions. Then that aspect of the question, you get 97% of the talk say anybody who wants on leader like chairman, presidential aspirant, whether he will be a member. You see, 97% of Sierra Leoneans they say yes, will be a party member. Then the question of the length of time. So the length of time we left open, but majority of the talk say it's 5 years.
Yeah.
You know. Then the question now, this whether a sitting president, we in term done just done, whether in immediate family members for contest. There are debates as to not to the person right, and there are debates about appropriateness. I see the way Monk do the cartoon.
Yeah.
I don't know how you call them, but like monarchy. Yes.
Yeah. Simon, can you show? Simon, I go show him now the.
Yes. So the way now so in cartoon
Yeah.
So a lot of, because you know why this is important. Where you sit as a president, because like the first lady and the first gentleman of the country. They are one family. So the question it's not just about right, is it appropriate for that to be done? So you could get, in fact, the data it shows a lot of the first lady in supporters, predominantly in the eastern region and the southern region, they talk say it's okay. So you get a lot of people, especially in the western area, the western region, especially Freetown,
they say no.
No, it's not okay. So now make the numbers they down. But still, majority, 52%, they talk say it's not appropriate for that they happen.
Yes. Now look at this other aspect of the report. I think that the most discussed part of it, favorability rating of key individuals going in for party flag bearer. You get the APC people, the name, you get the SLPP as well. You get APC 16 and the SLPP you get 10. How they mention say the political party they no get list.
They don't recognize all of them lists then. So now, which would have discussed that radio station there and publish the newspapers. Now based on that we develop that list there.
So this rating, the APC I see Jagaban is up, likability it gets 63%, electability 51%, no 70, yes, national 63, 51, APC within APC it gets 70, 54. In the top, Dr. Samoa Kamara second, Samsumana third, and Chegnoba the fourth. How what's in the indicators them? How get
so the two metrics we use now likability, whether you elect the person, and electability. You know why we distinguish the two? Because sometimes they elect person, but we cannot by election land and not vote for him. So you see, say even the likability and the electability figures are different. So, and the whole framer, we frame in a way where the person where they respond, they understand. We ask the question, say, by this list here, the first one are the knowledge. You know about them? The knowledge will not actually publish the knowledge question. Then, by that one, they always be show about 3 way elect. They talk to me, I like this person, I like this person, I like this person. Okay, if you can't have an election now, show about 3 way go vote for. I go vote for this person, I go vote for this person, I go vote for this person. So we aggregate them, the amount of people, so we, by that 26, we talk say, they publish the top 4 na SLPP, the top 4 na APC. The other results, anybody where they part the list way for your own learning, if you need them, we can actually share them privately. We will not share with the public. And the cow say this is a marathon, not to just.
Now it'll continue.
It'll continue. So you see, say likability and electability, and they all present the results. You likability na your party, and you likability na your opposing party. Because somebody go there, talk say, me are the APCO, but that particular person in the SLPP, Alekam. You go vote for him, there's a number as to whether the willingness to vote for him. And they will take them by region. So, in fact, all of the aspirants then, the reason why they treat this report seriously, you go actually see the region where you weak, where you need for do more, and the region where you strong, and where you need for consolidate. So that one they come. So it be say the overall results, Jagaban 51% likable, electable, then over 60% likable, and followed by Samora Kamara. Dr. Samora Kamara, when the former flag bearer for APC, over 60% of APC they still talk say we like him, but we count out by electability. It's about 35% where they talk say we can elect.
Yeah, 48.0% electability within APC.
Yeah, electability. No, nationally I mean.
Yeah, nationally 31%.
Yeah, 31%.
Yeah. Let's ask this question let's read this part. It says favorability rating of key individuals going in for party flag bearer position. While both parties have not officially declared the campaign for flag bearer position open, as yet, a plethora of individuals have been crisscrossing the country campaigning, have been rumored to be interested in a consultation on the survey instrument. The leadership of both parties informed us that at the time of this research, they had not officially recognized any individual as an aspirant. However, we assembled 26 of them. And one of the things I want to use is say desired qualities of a flag bearer candidate. Among the qualities expected of a flag bearer, three stood out for each party. For APC, leadership, experience, 43%, spending on party, 35%, and being highly educated are 3 qualities they found to be most important. For SLPP election, 42% on education, experience 40%, and having international connection 31% stood out. Being a young person or a woman is the least desired quality. That's very interesting for me. They don't consider being a young person
also the party there
or a woman.
Yes.
But what I will ask them, like for the APC, we leadership and experience. Why would I not equate, like person like Jagaban in experience and in leadership quality as part of the evaluation of why he lead na the APC, and come to the SLPP as well with Kanda Yumkela, the qualities and what people they want as to why he lead na the SLPP as well.
So then get what they call in analysis cross-tabulation. So you can get one question, they cross-tab with another question. So within that they mean, if I don't find, if we want to show, and at this now, anybody who now will get interest in further analysis, you talk say, like Jagabanso. So the one that we then talk say are favorable. Are all of them because of at the spend? Or you get some then because of my experience. So if I let candidates and they may be one of the ways they're going to go benefit from further analysis, now waiting really where people then lack there for. So you could not say, we where they talk say, na experience we they look for in leadership, na Cheriko Kumo we they look at. You understand that? So you could not say, me, I need for do more in this, I need for, bolster that particular attribute they born. But that one they will not do them as part of this analysis.
And that not determine why they lead.
Well, we not know because we not do the analysis. The analysis not cover that.
But the data there.
Yeah, the data there, yes.
And so, as part of the marathon, as until we get for sure, would I get the leadership quality? Would I get the educational quality for leaders?
Well, if it is of demand, I mean, like I not get this question from any media house. If it's of demand, we can actually see within the strength of the leaders than they from the qualities of citizens they expect.
When I don't get scare action from the individuals, we
not get direct reaction. We they get reaction from the surrogates then. Some then they support, like I say, some they moko, some they kutu. So you see, I see something from Jagaban group. We write an open letter to the delegates.
So I don't endorse them already.
So I don't see.
Yeah.
I see Mike Berra, in fact, in run with this when KKY supporter, he run with this. Talk saying that this in candidate are the most electable. Candidates say will not come out well, and they see a lot of attacks. Some people they talk say that this why and this not NGC people them. So they try for position. Kande, Yom Keller. Some people they talk say, in fact, no, other APC people they talk say because they know they don't want SLPP win because they know say Jagaban now a weak candidate, so now make them they try for promote and for let it get steam. So you get a lot of conspiracy theories them where they fly around who don't see. In the press conference yesterday, we respond to some of them. We acting worthy of response. Yes.
The vice president, gets the least likability data.
Not to the least.
Within
the fourth.
Within the within the SLPP.
Not the fourth, not to the least.
Well, are they evaluate them for?
The front four. Yes.
So in gets Kande Yumkela gets within SLPP get 48% of likability, and electability he gets 42.0%. The chief minister Dr. Senge gets within the SLPP likability he gets 38.0%, and electability gets 33.0%. The first lady Dr. Fatima Madabio gets within the SLPP, likability, it gets 47.00%, and electability gets 32.0%. And the vice president, like I say, within the SLPP, gets 28.85% of likability, and electability, it gets 23.0%. And somebody go ask, is the vice president, and whether now go take over from the president, as you say, the political party they say they not recognize the individual there. But the interesting part of it is what's in then data like this they indicate, for the people and we want be flag bearer. Is it telling them that but you need for slow down or people are within your party self not like you or people are more signer than like you. If you the APC Jagaban, people and ISLPP like you, so you need for push more and see how you will become flag bearer.
Well, then data they're unadulterated, then data they just fresh. So it's not compulsory for let any political party take them. If you want you take them, you want you left them. But they are actually meant.
But this is a set agenda.
Yeah, but they are actually meant for informed decision-making processes, and some they need personal decisions. One of the things that they make rift they be in a political party, and Lamran, I know say somebody people they tell you this like something the way you don't write a hard-hitting article or you don't blast na radio. They say now 10 will get in this country had the team up straight. So Monday on the basis of that they go contest the election. So they don't get any scientific evidence for say, whether people elect me are popular or not popular. And they can actually go make their life savings, go take them, spend them by election. Within this data they show street light. There is a margin of error. There's a margin of error of 3%. It means it can go above 3%. It means it can go up below 3%. It can get below 3%. So it meant it's not for just show a street light, say for political parties. And that's the reason why we try to get them involved, we cultivate their participation, for let them see say there is no, we'll not get anything where it's really meant to support them. And they really encourage political parties. Political parties, let them really start rigorous internal data generation, unbiased, where they really inform the process. And that could make them let them take more sound decisions. Something in the Lamrana, if the thing way you want, Now you know more they been a truth media, this organization not they grow.
Yeah.
So the way say, no, I want this, but in reality they dictate something different. So make believe say political parties and their own internal polling self, where therefore they do. And the most educated Sierra Leoneans then are political parties then they doctors and PhD. So they get boku, but researchers. But normally, what can happen the moment political interest don't come, they blind.
Yeah.
They blind people then. So if finally political parties then really become interested in data, and politicians are more they trust you more when they talk with numbers rather than for just say no, we they the line at this way, like we the team the line at this way. Like,
This data can change.
Obviously. Obviously.
So nobody will consider say you
No, obviously.
Look
The SLPP on. If I would, that was the conclusion. It's up for grab because it's too close.
Yeah.
So if you dip on top, say then at the first floor, so she will come on at the first floor, other person can they.
Okay. Doc, I want to bring you into the conversation about leadership. You know, politics, leadership, and governance at this stage where they right now. You know, I asked you earlier about the issues them where we get for look up to this year. And while should they talk about drugs, but politics generally, you know, get for cloud waiting they happen. With your experience and waiting on the happen internal party, democracy, governance nationally, and politics, you think, you know, there's the need for reform as to waiting Andrew and do so, they call for reform within political parties or even nationally of what they do and how they practice with politics?
Not to just, not to just waiting to happen within political parties. I don't make this call for decades. Well, not decades, more over a decade. But political system, electoral system. If we continue, this will depend so. Even the talk about proportional representation, we not engage properly on it yet. We not get full discussion. The system will they use. Because we political class, the only thing we then they think about, now waiting they make her get power. Not to waiting there in the best interest of the country and the ordinary people. Until we all get that kind of mindset there and focus on for discuss the thing that we could benefit this country for make we go before 65 years of independence. Now they can celebrate this year. 65 years. This country don't get independence only about 5 years before me born. No, which I talk 5 years after I born, and this country get independence. So virtually all my life, me na old now. You're
still young.
I know young pa. Who side this country dey? The same issues now they grapple with. When I young, we not been get electricity problem because Freetown been small. We not been get water problem. Freetown been small. But then Freetown now don't big. Population don't pass mark. So we get all kind of problem. 30 they will not able to solve the light problem. We not able to solve water problem. We not able to solve feeding we safe. We not able to make sure so we education na high quality. Picking the way they go private school safe na salon. Most of them then go other country. Even in government school then they perform poorly. I know families we don't send them picking and go out. Then go take extra lesson for let them measure up. So something them fundamentally wrong. And you know the topic of me actual article then Kush is the symptom, not the disease. If we not identify the disease, it just sound like you ate that. You just they take Panadol. Sometimes waiting they cause the headache now some major problem. If we not identify the disease and deal with the disease, the problem not go solve. So we get boku problem them. It don't be compounded by the fact that we politician them, not just we politician them. The average Sierra Leonean don't come for belief say politics na there they go better.
The only way.
Na the only way. So politics na do or die affair. If me also I not win, better not do for me. When me also I win, na the better. So that mindset they make the majority of Sierra Leoneans then they think one way. Now, if you look at the one way they aspire for leadership, if they ask themselves honestly, why they want to be president? Why they want to be flag bearer? Really? Now for better the ordinary people in a salon? Or na themselves and the thing but force? And their own people them? Maybe, people then they aspire for power for a variety of reasons. You get some where they don't reach a certain stage in their life, they want to give back. They don't comfortable, they get everything they need, they want to give back. You get the one them where see them as they wait for rise to a certain level. You get some who just like the trappings of power. We don't want that power. If you don't gain a power, me I don't do it. I don't gain a government. I don't travel with presidents on private jets. Land airport where you know they go through the regular waiting. Myself as minister, I don't travel, I go England. I know they go through the regular waiting and they can meet me at the foot of the plane with motorcar. Then me first they can download me in a motorcar, carry me go to a VIP place. I know they do nothing. Then go take me passport, they go process and take me load, put on the motorcar, serve me tea and coffee. Then they done and say, please sir, your vehicle is ready. Carry me go to a hotel. But I left government. Then I get for go join line back. I dey as minister, I dey go, they invite me in a service. I dey go, I say, no, then one can go, no, left me, I dey sit down being here. Other people who then go, they not sabi them, me, them, all my me sabi me. And you know, you recognize them, begin make plaba. You don't know who I am? Totally different attitude. So, all men, they react to power differently. But one thing we clear, power na intoxicant. Power can make you drunk.
Yeah.
And because when you get power, the majority of people know where they can near you, not something they want. Then they can't tell you, waiting and believe, say you want yeri. You get people, you can see them, the time in the government, you can see them, you can begin to realize, say, this the panel look like with this, so then they change.
Doc, now me you they can't end. They can't end. Andrew, they run to another program quickly. Andrew, waiting at the takeaway from the survey, waiting people for expect, you say this is a marathon and they continue. Waiting the expectation of the public. Should we expect, another survey where perhaps could take a different perspective of the flag bearer them and leadership as ahead of 2028?
Definitely. I think so, but one of the things we for all look at now how this process here they help for deepening democracy in the political parties. And like waiting doc they say waiting people in the go for do they want to lead for themselves or they want to lead with the interest of the people in mind. So you touch big questions like, for example, how people talk about inclusivity in power. So people they talk say we ask a question where somebody if you don't be one region don't take flag bearer or you don't take party chairman, when I go and shift to another region you don't take them two times. 84% say yes. So Sierra Leoneans they want for be inclusive. You got few political elites there at the center. Way now they want for determine things them. So this research are for unlock processes and the end goal not to just about predicting what I get for win flag bearers. The end goal now for really deep in democracy that the political parties there when the reform done they will need.
Let's a quick few comments them or question. This question very important. You say I want to thank Andrew for this great research. Some questions I have. Do you have ethics clearance for the research done always? Do you publish this work in peer-reviewed journals? If yes, please share the journals to us. Who found this? And again, great insight from you. Good work, Andrew. Now somebody send and I think it's an important question. And
this is academics definitely. so
an academic question.
No, the academics.
So maybe an academic question.
Yeah. So not so we can get ethics clearance. Like we too can do. We can normally group many research questions. Then we get ethics clearance for them.
Okay.
For them, yes.
Okay, well, Andrew, thank you so much. They look at outside the marathon. The marathon get for end, eh?
The marathon get for end. but the thing is, the marathon get for they be beyond 2028.
Okay.
You know why? Because it need for follow the next administration for make sure say govern right. So it's not just about whether they lead, but the marathon.
What happened to the biometer?
A day. a day.
But we need to see the data out.
Just wait.
Oh, you're doing a work on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, would they look forward to the marathon and waiting will be the next output. So would I go na the output I go down, and I like we talked earlier. For me, I think research and it help in the media as well for getting informed conversation of what's in the happen rather than just come and we discuss them more. So we look forward to what's coming next and how it will shape the conversation they would get.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Quickly, Doc, I want to ask you this question. While she the respondent, we would left with. But I want to ask you this question, Doc. Which kind of leadership Salone need at this time?
We need a transformational leader. Now, what does that mean? A leader way in focus on how to transform Salone. Change Salone from Usa we dey to Usai the ordinary people, average Sierra Leonean, go able to live a peaceful and happy life. Happy important. Now make we get what they call the happiness index. Where they measure country them in terms of their happiness. And happiness not to just you the laugh and you gladdy. The thing that way they make you generally feel good about yourself and your country and so on and so forth. So that kind of leader they for able for put aside party politics, for able for focus on the thing that way they better the ordinary people. Enough for the focus on himself and in family and in paddy them and in schoolmates them and the one the way they all come up from the same region. If we focus on Sierra Leone as a country and not they call a nation because we're not a nation. So and also for build nationhood.
You don't see people and we don't come out. So we want to be leader, we want to be flag bearer, we want to be president of this country. You see, you've been around. You don't see people. Do we have people with those qualities? Earlier, you've been talk about the different reasons the way people can want to be president for, and how they can get people around them. We go say, some man will go come on now. Somebody go look campaign and say, "Bra, you don't get any reason for come up for this." But you think we get the people around? We go do the right thing and be very good leader in this country.
Well, first of all, we political system. For me, they encourage then kind people and they for step forward a lot of the time. I'm not going to comment on the one that we don't ace the aid, sit down for big flag bearer for either of the two political party them. I get my own personal views on some of them. But essentially, the system, they help for determine who that they didn't come before. Politics now this part of the world now just popularity contest. Who that popular? Who that forget that people them be them and for let them come and vote for them. If you see the data we handle then question likability, electability. Waiting they determine electability. Now numbers. Waiting they determine likability. If I handsomeness safe, then do identify us. Waiting people can elect candidate because he handsome or do my fine. So people then they will go vote for and me. I choose for do French in school because the French teacher where they go for na be fine girl. I make her do French and not do Latin because Latin na be mommy. So we they react to thing them with psychology make we for lack or no lack. If you get one candidate way ugly, he may be the best candidate. He may get all the capacity, but some people then they will just not go vote for him because he will. So there are many things where they go into leadership, and Mickey always say, I go advise anybody where they aspire for be leader at any level, go spend time in a mortuary. See how then they prepare a corpse for burial. It ground you in your own humanity. You they recognize, say, you are not different from any other human being. Whether I wealthy or whether I get mansion or whether I get grandpicking there, you not get grandpicking there, you are not different from the pauper. Because when you die, I don't go outside and they prepare corpse for funeral, for burial one time in my life. And that day was a real experience we I not ever forget. We then lay the body then at the slab. Then they wash them, for dress them. The only thing where they distinguish the one way na gentleman and the one na poor man, the clothes they then bring for where they pan them, where they don't wash them down. The same way, with the men hog, we have been small. So we don't slaughter the hog for turn out water for crop the hair come out. They wash them with sapo and soap. And sapo and soap, then they take wash the diamond. So, you are no better than anybody else. The only thing we start in our life, now one green thing, one day you will die.
Doc, what is it? You've been in power, like you say. You don't serve in a government. You've seen leaders come and go. What is it that's, what's in your assessment of leadership? Leadership are they ask in every aspect, from the presidency, parliament, in every aspect. What's in our problem with people showing leadership in whatever capacity then they?
There are many factors. One, your level of humility. You get to be humble as a leader. As I say, you get to recognize your own humanity. You are not better than anybody else. You're not a demigod. You may have the power over life and death as president. You may get the power or monopoly of arms, but you're not a god. Even if you imagine, and people then they give the impression, say you're not God, you're not a god. One day you go die. And when you die, the same dirty, you like how they make the tomb fine. You like how they make them fine, then go put you there, your body they rotting. They return to dust. And so you're no better than anybody else. So that humility, that ability for recognize your own humanity, and that you're not better past anybody else, and the ability for treat everybody fairly, your ability for empathize with people. Now, some of the most fundamental
but that is what I
requirements
said most times with leaders. People like say, this man a good man, and the possible way they are around and normal, especially with presidents them. And you've been close to a president and seen it all. Is it them personality or not the people them within their point of people the way they are around them, they change them, or resources and power?
Where Solomon say this man a good man, now that they get something, or that they help and we get problem. But not to that, na the determinant of good leadership. Pakaba, now serve under as president. He been getting flaws, just like we all been getting flaws. But one thing where I know was that he was humble. He been humble. He been a try for the way he believes in have been the best thing for this country. Now the person and the way I know, and he was not corrupt. Now the person and the way I know for a fact. Say Gaddafi na been paddy by some means. He go to Gaddafi. Gaddafi writes check to Ahmad Tijan-Kaba, $1 million. Pakaba come and endorse him, pay government of Sierra Leone. Pay him na government account. Na that money they then use for start na sit. Personal check na in Engia. Almost if we go to Dandy. Me, I'm not sure say me been for Duamo. Because, honestly, because the check made out to a name. You not get check, you not get cash check, you not get check to government to Salono, you get check to Ahmad Tijan-Kaba. So, level of honesty. And I don't dare where they see people then they hero worship, leader them. And I can tell people that we're in position of authority, and people that don't write but I'm waiting at that seat today, not the office, not to you as an individual. Where you come out there, all that trappings of power they left you. The person where they sit on the next, now they get her. So if you don't understand that, and you they go begin, you know that I be, you they begin waiting, they try for punish people them, waiting say they don't do bad. At the end of the day, where you come out there, somebody else go there, he go do the same thing. So, leadership now the ability for be humble, for treat people them with respect, treat people them fairly, do what's best for everybody, not to your own personal interest or your family interest. Also, the ability not for take advantage of people them. And you get for leadership means you they lead. What in leading mean? It means say people them for willing for follow you. What in they make people them follow you? Then for get confidence in you. Then for believe say they carry them go along the right path. And for me, the military, na the clearest indicator of what in leadership mean. I don't work with military. I work with Ekomog. So I know, I understand. If you get say for example, a captain where they lead a company, when about 200 people them, or major, for there, then they in a war situation where then they fight. The leader tell them say, no fire. You they see the enemy they can near. The leader say, no fire. Wait, no fire. And you defeat it and they cover around you and you obey the leader. Now because you respect the leader, you know say you get reason why they tell you say not for fire. When the point is you say open fire. You open fire and see say una dey for kill the enemy, you go get confidence in them. But if you get leader where in the send you go before, in the behind, then when you turn behind, you not see you leader. Your leader, they give bad instructions. You tell you say, go and go another whole day. We go to the bump on you. You go follow in the next
Doc,
time.
is it that now with politics don't affect leadership and governance, or now we as a people, you know, the way we they practice them? Last year, the President Bill talk about, you know, PR system in the executive arm of government for inclusion, so everybody go feel part of it. We don't get this conversation. Say after every other election, you get certain people they feel excluded. You get certain people they feel saying that they don't turn for enjoy the power and resources. Is it that the kind of politics for the practice?
Okay, now me first begin that talk there about PR in the executive arm, but no back up small. When they formed the OU, 1964, somebody advised the leader and the founders of the OU say, una no use the electoral system them where the colonialists they hand una. It go lead to disaster. Now they pantiti because the system not been take account of we own societies, we own level of education, etc. What happened at independence is that some people will be educated, then step into the shoes of the white man then continue the system, continue for do the same kind of thing. The system be exploitative, it continue for be exploitative, So, under the democracy we practice, the Western style democracy, we got for tailor for suit our own needs. We got for take into account our own society before white man can. We been get system. We been get political system. Even traditionally, we been get king there. Now Salon no more get paramount chief. We still get kings them, queens now that country them. Now then king and queen them get the elders where them in the consult. Not to the normal been sit down and deciding and decide they do. And then we get a system where then they able to get the views of ordinary people as to waiting them for do and waiting them not for do. So there was a system which man then can then say bad. All what they do wrong. Then can give you their own. Say now for practice. So we get independence, we follow waiting and they say. So we don't reach us how they reach to 65 years after independence. Waiting this democracy don't benefit ordinary people. Now make you don't see, we don't begin to get coup them back in Africa. Because people are not get the benefits of this democracy. So for me, we need for reverse, we need for rethink, we need for think outside the box. And we can start with this whole question of PR. And you see, unfortunately, the last election, the PR system where they use just, I go call and make almost nonsense of what in real PR is supposed for do. Now we need for think deeply, look at the system we go better past the one we don't use. And me believe, I don't talk this for over a decade, proportional representation, some form of proportional representation now we need in a salon.
In cabinets, in the executive
Across the board, from from local government up to the executive level. Because what they make, we're not able to focus on national development as a people. I don't talk on before now because the one that will win the election, then focus now waiting them for do for make sure so then win the next election. Even if then they deal with development issues. Now then they didn't at the back of the mind, oh, this go make them vote for me back. Right? The one they will lost, waiting them go do for make sure so the one they will win and lost the next term. So then they oppose.
Doc, is it not about leadership? Like you say, Pakaba, it shows leadership. In government, it try to get every other person, inclusivity. And he, like you say, he wasn't corrupt. He be honest. He get young faults them, but he been they accept criticism. I remember this famous talk about let them sing. What's they not gonna bush? Let them criticize we and all of that. Is it not about leadership? The leader can change things and make we understand. Say politics is not just about who that win, take all thing, but we all can able benefit and provide policies and programs, and we go directly impact the lives of people.
Yes, now that's they say leadership critical. But the leader also they be influenced by the one way they round them. And plenty time, if the leader not get in your own mechanism for able for seek the views of other people them, apart from the one way they near and way they round them, they make mistakes. You know they understand really fully waiting they happen. Pakaba been get handy. Been get a mechanism they. Been they call people there. People that were not there in government, people that were not there in party, people who think say able for getting their honest opinion. You go pick phone, you call them. What you think about this? Even when me left government, Pakababin they call me from time to time. What you think about this? And I can give my own views. So a leader get for able for, I will call her now. Get people them way able tell and true. No matter how difficult or painful that truth is, if we're able for listen to people the way they tell and true. And you not get for accept them all the time, but when you reflect on them, you go now decide what you need for those. So that's a part of leadership. But the system also the impact how we they practice the politics. And if you look at, as we don't say, we all agree that the average Sierra Leonean don't come for belief, say, when you party or the one way they support win, now they better. Because the system don't be such that if you not get contact, for like get work, normally just go to the normal process. It's rare nowadays. The time when me graduate, I not go talk to nobody for get work. I apply. Then take me. Now school first, then university, now then call me. Say, now me been get the best result, now my department, they look for research assistant, they invite me for apply. Apply, then take me. All the work that me don't get throughout my life, I not get for see nobody for let them give me work. But today, na salon, if you know sabi person we sabi somebody, it's difficult for like get work.
We know we don't do in politics and governance. So now I take responsibility. Say, you talk about we get a broken system. How did we get there?
Over a long time.
What's in wrong?
Even before independence.
Now what's in una do?
No, not we. Even the one they will come before we. I can tell you, say, what most people they don't know. That even before independence, we will not begin a problem with democracy. Because when we negotiate the independence of Salon, the one that will go on the negotiation, part of the country be in a way alienated. Shaka Stevens refused for sign. I think we all know that day. But we all fully understand why he not being re-signed. The way them put him is that he wants election before independence. Yes, he been started an election before independence movement. But that have been because he been believed, say, the North was in a way sidelined. And he been want the Northern people then forget more of a say in the decision as to this the system where they come in after independence. Which happened. Resign. Come back, start this election before independence movement. When the independence they come, they arrest them. In people then go lock them up at them, but say them go cause problem during independence. So she spend independence na Pademba Road. So from that point they will get a problem. Then thing that happen we get coup. Election 1967. SLP, well, there is a debate as to whether they actually lost the election or they not lost the election, but they were declared, APC was declared the winner of the election. Swearing in of Shaka Stevens as Prime Minister, coup, arrest Governor General, arrest Sheki, etc. Go on coup. You know, so we don't get a lot of instability. Now, because of what we don't go through in terms of the political system, and as I say, the one that will take over at independence, then focus not to be on reform. Even if you take the tax system, you take the economy, basically the British then focus now on extraction for can't take from Salon. So if you look the road and way then constructive, then come out from outside produce they come out, or outside mineral resources they come out, waiting the train self, all then waiting and enough for camp return, go na the port, etc. Now, almost expansion we don't that one day. The one the way then left self will poorly. So when the politics now, because the vast majority of Sierra Leoneans be uneducated, they're not being enlightened enough for determine who are the best person for vote for.
The post-war era, after the war, we're not fit for this democracy. You know, we get democracy, presidents come back, you serve now in government. And when you look at this generation, and most of the reference what they make now is Pakaba in term. A fight for peace, a build institutions them, and government being inclusive. After una time, what thing we get wrong? What thing we don't get wrong with democracy and governance and leadership?
Well, I think say start for Google giving during Pakaba in time. Because the election the way Pakaba contest now in PR elections. Now the SLPP people there. Now then say for come up and PR and go pan constituency based. Because they believe say some people that within a parliament, they not go for win election if they go constituency based, which was true. And it's still true even today. But the parliament we been get then, that 10 day under Pakaba, was a vibrant parliament. We get well-educated people then. They they get real debate on issues. So now SLPP now then push for the young people then now then push for go back to constituency-based election. And before Pakaba in term, elections were violent. Even under one party, when they get violence. Because they reach the point where people then believe say they need for win election at all costs. Even under the one party, them in the fight. They kill people them. SI Kuruma, as vice president, then even get a system where if they not want you for contest, they go for nomination. Can call people and can I host say they make something, can we see then can they lock them inside? You they miss the nomination. Then young people and they declared unopposed. And then we get all kind technique. Then we come to PR, all them problems then they seem for disappear. Then we go back to constituency base. It begin back. Now, so because of the system, the winner take all system, we would have win, then get all thing. Under Pakaba, because they try for consolidate peace, he appoint people then from different political parties then to in cabinet. I've been in a cabinet with people from virtually all the political parties then we've been there, we've been get in a parliament. Now after that, now we go back to the winner take all. This party now win, then get all thing. The one they will lose, they not get nothing. And then they now deepen the division in the country. From that point, then we now come back PR, but the PR will use this trip.
What kind of election you think say we forget in 2028 for address this issue of winner takes it all? The president on purpose say for start the conversation on having PR in the executive arm. But you see the resistance, right? You see how the opposition they think say no, we're not ready for this, and the ruling party they push for. And which kind of PR? What's in your model of PR?
Okay, the PR we don't use now the district. We start with national block, where the party they submit a list, rank all man from 1 to whatever number, depending on the percentage of votes we then get. The people that already top now, then they go into parliament. The second one, 2002, na be district block. So district level. First one na be national. Because that 10 day, 1996, it not been possible for the election all side. Then for even do boundary delimitation. 2002, we do district block. Same thing, closed list, then column. Party submit a list, all the name then ranked, depending on the percentage votes we get, the people then where they at the top, then go. If we get person die or something, then just they take the next person, bring and up. Now, me don't advocate for the open party list system. I don't even advocate for the mixed member proportion system. Now, people need to go read bottom. The one way they talk, all the talk, they oppose, let them go read. Now, under the open party list, you they put the people them, the list, you know they rank people them. The people there, now then they vote. You they vote for individuals on the list. So depending on the number of votes where the individual gets, now they determine if they go to parliament, because the proportion of votes where the party gets, then go find the people that will get the highest votes, now then they go first.
So it's not about the party symbol, the individual then photo, then they now they vote for.
Yes. Now, but the mixed member proportion, they get 2 votes. One, they get a party list, not to list the party, they vote for the party. Then you also they get a list of people. A certain number of the seats they go to the party list, a certain number of votes they reserve for people and they vote for. So they vote twice. You get 2 ballots. One for the party we want, second one for the individual we want. So on the individual side now, then they now look at almost votes they individually are getting and rank them. So if the party gets 30% of the votes, you're entitled to 30% of the seats on the second list when are the people then vote for. So you get 2 systems now, the party, you vote for the party as a party, and then you vote for individuals.
So the party can take from the individual and the one we get the highest for represent them now?
Not to the party they take.
Okay.
Now the electoral commission, we then do the tabulation of the votes. They know, say for example, you get 20 people on the list. The one who get the highest, they can number 1. The one, even if they name them, you put in alphabetical order. My name start with Z, me na Zubairu. Na me they last. But na me get the highest number of votes. Na me they can number 1. So if I get, the party get win 30% of the votes, say na 20 people, that means say, and the number of seats were available, say na 20. That means say, the party forgets 6 votes, 6 seats, 30% of 20 na 6, I think. My math's not too good, but I think na 6. So the party will get 6 seats. The one will get 40%, will get 8 seats, like that.
Okay.
So depending on the number of votes where the individual gets, now go determine in place na the list for going to parliament. Now, so for me, I not get, what I'll call it now, I not get absolute formula. In fact, I don't at some point propose, even on the open party list, that the party then for put people in a list based on constituency, if we agree on the constituencies.
Okay.
So for put people then where they represent all the constituencies. And then depending on number of votes we get, the people then go. So basically when you look across all the party then, you get people from all the constituency then.
So they infuse the constituency base and the PR system.
Exactly, on an open party list system. So what they say is, let we get real discussion on the matter. Some people then just they take this last election, na PR dandy, we don't want them.
Yeah, but now we vote for it. It's the pilots.
Yes, no, but then one type of PR, and the major problem with that PRD was the threshold was too high. Now been the highest in the world. As far as I know, I don't do the research. No sign of they get that kind of high percentage day for DC block election. And when you look at them, it was flawed because you just get one blanket waiting. But almost citizen they na Bont DC, for example, compared to Western area. You take the same number, same percentage. Bont I think na 5 seats they. Western area or by not to be 12 or something. But then you say the percent na 11.9%. So you get 11.9%, you know they get any seats in a month? Because the number of seats we divide them by the number of the total whatever, you know, the 11.9%, no, they give one seat. But Freetown, you don't need 11.9%.
Doc, in terms of the executive arm, how do we, what's in your idea of the PR system where the presidents they propose and the executive arm of government?
Waiting me propose before the president have propose. Gonna me begin the talk, I insist. Now the idea is same with that time they will not need 2-round election. One election. Would I get the highest number of votes? 9 win the presidency. But then in terms of appointments, executive positions, whether they're ministers, ambassadors, parastatals, etc., the proportion of votes we get, 9 go be the proportion of their appointment and the way you go make. Now the president will make all appointments, but in terms of nominating people. So if say for example, me contest, you get 40%, me get 30%, the next person get 10%, nobody not even get 50%, no matter. So you they get 40% of the executive position, me get 30%, me they nominate 30%. If me person not perform, you can sack him. You go sack him. Now you the president, you all man what you want, now all man the follow. You go sack him.
But what about the argument say they were elected? Then get now part the team way if you sack them now other person at the same party they put back.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So if you sack the person who may be nominated, say this one or the performer.
Is it not power sharing? Is it
whether you call them power sharing? Whether you call them power sharing or it don't make any difference. Because why are they propose that? Now because waiting they cause with problem. Now this fight for power. And this winner take all. When me win, I me get all team. Even at the executive level, even if you get PR at the parliamentary level, at the executive level, now president they make all the appointments. So now they determine your own party, now they determine whether they get anything. So now they make people and they fight for election. Because as I say, if my own party not win, better not they. But when party win, I the better. Either me go get appointment or somebody who has sabi go get appointment, so me self they for benefit. So if it is spread out, then all this fight for Namid for win, it go reduce, you know, go down, but it go reduce. That end now we can focus on waiting there in all interest. And somebody be don't talk, say we need forget not a conference, one conference not go do. A dialogue for come up with a national agenda. Government in itself, with the minister them, yes, you get a lot of educated people with good ideas, but they not get monopoly of knowledge. Almost of them in a cabinet. And you get lots of people then with a lot of good ideas outside of cabinet. So if we engage in dialogue on the issues that would affect you all, what you need for solve them, get to a national development agenda. We span, say, for the next 20 years. Now then they will work towards.
Zainab Banko have been there the other day. He say the elites, forget an elite bargain. The political class, the elites and the country, for Sidom and agree say, now this way we want this country for go. Because now then are the decision makers, and then they take the decision. You agree with that? Say forget that agreement then bargain. Say within the political divide, say this is how we want this country to be. Absolutely.
Because other than they make the decisions, not to the man a family. You know, it's in fact sometimes you don't even know that in a government safe. You know, when they make decision. The one then where they influence or affect the direction of the country, now the elite class. Either by education, by wealth or whatever. Now then they affect the way. So they're elite and somebody has been to make that. It's an internationally recognized methodology. If the elite class decides, say, now this way we want this country for good, we get agreement across party lines, then we go the right direction. Because the elite class able to influence the ordinary people don't they. Now then they listen to. Now then they provide leadership for them. If that leadership class, call an elite, call an whatever, we get agreement. say na so we want this country for go, na then thing so we need for focus on, then the country will go before. Because whichever party then a power, na that one dey the falla. Until we do that, we know they for move go before.
Do you see that happening soon? Do you see us getting to that?
That takes leadership. Come back to leadership. President Bio, now the president of this country. And the constitution gives certain powers. President Bio able for convene then kind thing and they able for identify some years ago. I think I been when David Francis na been chief minister. That thing when they talk about education, waiting for the body education sector. They asked me for get a list of people who me think say go before bring ideas. I get a list. And right now, if President wants a list of Sierra Leoneans, both na Salon and in the diaspora, we can hang it and come up with solutions for problems, then boku. You get Sierra Leoneans where they provide leadership for other country then. Where then they call for go provide guidance for other country then, and then they do them. We can for engage them people in there. But if we get the mindset saying that we want people no more, we were then at this party, now we for decide what's in the happen. Now the number for consult, hey, I say, you want to bring this, a day with we, no, another with, let go sit on suffer. So if we not come up from that mindset, President be able for them. Because I believe, say, you don't do something there, where other presidents are not being able to do. Even Pakaba, if you take the criminal libel, if you take the death penalty, one Pakaba would only talk about the TRC recommender, and escam, ego, nothing, na bio can do. And bio do even against the scholar objections of some people in government. Able to push that down there. So I believe, say, he get the capacity if he want for doing, but himself get for broaden, get for able for go beyond the one that way they around them, and seek Sierra Leoneans both locally and internationally. And you see the thing about them kind of people, and they know they bring themselves before. They know they look for work.
That's offend them.
Now you get for offend them. I remember Pakaba. I mean, 99, the government no more than they were served. And Pakaba, they look for a chief electoral commissioner. He say want somebody of integrity. He say he want to make Eldred Jones chief electoral commissioner. He did tell me for go talk to Eldred. Go ask her if he go willing. I go meet Eldred Jones. Eldred Jones say, because of his eyesight, he be non blind. He not go for handle that kind of position there, because in that kind of position they get for see people and read them in their expression, everyone that get a feeling for how they think. So he decline. He sent me for go talk to Willie Compton. Late Willie, both of them late. I go talk to Willie Compton. Willie Compton agree. But when he go parliament, then go feature and they ask her some kind of silly question, I walk out. Then I think say after that I appoint late Fadluddin as electoral commissioner. But then when he been want chairman of the advisory committee, he sent me back for go talk to Eldred Jones. I go talk to Eldred Jones, then they accept, because then they need a lot of academic and research. And he proved to be a very effective chairman of the National Policy Advisory Committee. So people then they. But then people then they know they can't be focused, say I want this, I want that. They know they look for work. They are generally settled. Some of them know they're in a salon. Some of them they're in good positions internationally. Yes, they're willing for serve and not to, they tell and say left you work can't sit on a salon. You can convince some kind of, now with the internet, you can convince sessions. Locally, some people then locally link up with people in the diaspora and get discussion on some of these issues. Task them, find solution for this. We get this problem. Help for find solution for this problem. Let them come up with solutions based on their own knowledge and also the knowledge of waiting to happen in other country them. Let them suggest solutions. Then cabinet can also engage with them. Can engage with them for let them discuss the issue and agree on the way forward. But the idea of the elite class, na they with problem, they nas alone. I can tell people and say, we talk about tribalism, it no exist until politics come into play. Because me na Creole, I don't travel the length and breadth of Salon. I don't go in a village where I no sabi nobody. Nobody knows that. That na before I become so well known. Nobody no sabi me. I dey go Liberia one time, go na the border village, then don't lock the bridge that time you cross na the bridge. Go for way to do clean. I no sabi nobody. I go knock na house, introduce myself, then say, okay, Cabo, welcome. Give me place for sleep. Give me water for what? Warm water. Give me it. They no sabi me one day.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they talk their language. So, and in all my travels, I don't encounter any tribalism. But when you see election come, now that's any tribalism they get ahead. So until and unless the elite class, political class, decide, say, we want to do what's best for this country, we're not able to go before.
Doc, why left government?
At the time, which I have been saying publicly, is that the money small. Minister's salary not been better.
Okay.
But it went beyond that. It reached the point where I realized I never for do the thing that when me believe say need for be done from within government. So I've been decided for step out. And me not to just an administrator. I know they go sit down sideway. I know they for create thing them and do the thing them where I believe say right. For example,
you want to challenge yourself?
Yes. Take for example SLBC. I want to corporatize SLBC. I don't get cabinet paper. I don't get consultant. Then we don't. Where is reach cabinet? Now they die. Tried a number of times. Eventually, I give up. Even Slena. I want for corporatize Slena. I left government before. I don't table bill in a parliament. But I left government before that they happened. But also, because when I did go into government, I gave myself 3 years. So I go get this service for 3 years. Me focus now be on the creative sector. I want for set up my own business and do the thing that where they enjoy for do. I know cut out for being an administrator, although I run my own company now, but still, I want for create thing there. I want for do thing that way innovative. So apart from the fact that the money not been better, and obviously I want for take which not to me own, and me picking them now in the university, I need for provide for them. Now all that make I left government.
You as at this time, you highly involved in the creative sector and things that happen. There is a World Bank report where clearly they show say there's a need for investment in the creative sector, which in contribution how it does so no more, they contribute somehow to the GDP of this country, create job and all of that. What do you think say need for be done, for support the creative sector in this country? It's a booming area anyway.
When I read the World Bank report, I feel for cry. You know why? Because they don't say nothing. We are not on the sea for over a decade. I don't write bottom. I don't talk bottom. I don't engage. I don't try to get government after government for recognize the creative sector can provide respectable employment for young people. But consistently, it don't be ignored. We talk about youth employment, and talk about agriculture, carpentry, masonry, mechanic, car wash, etc. Yes, but a lot of people then creative, then get the creative ability. If we develop them, then they for go far. The one that we don't for develop on their own without any government support, then don't really go far. So there are 4 key things that we need for happen. Copyright need for be effective. I know see action ongoing on Dandy now. We don't get a copyright act since 2011, no implementation. But I know see now the current Attorney General and the Administrator Registrar General and they work on the reviewing the Copyright Act and doing regulations. So that's one. Effective copyright. 2, training facilities. Almost say they go for get training, professional training in the performing arts. Balanta. Usa again. And Balanta limited in terms of the space, in terms of staffing, etc., in terms of financing. Then you get funding. Without funding, a methodology for fund the creative sector, it is difficult. Because if you want to be really creative, You need finance, access to finance, for able for fund the thing they want for do. And then spaces, performance or exhibition spaces. Usa will get in a salon. We not get. Usa people and they go exhibit their artwork, whether it's fine art, painting, for do performance. Usa day. In terms of equipment, na Balanta no more. That was small auditorium. Now the only place we get professional theater lighting.
Then they transform Miata to a civic space.
Yeah. Let us see lay happen. Yes. So if it is done, and that Miata Conference Center, and I think we are on DBN government since soon after an kind of power. For lead then convert them to a performing arts center. Now, thankfully, it's now named the Civic Center.
Yeah.
I hope it will be available for the creative sector for use, not just for performance, but even exhibitions. Now, then there will be one. We've been on try for do a custom-built art center. Side dance soup day na Aberdeen. We don't get Action Aid. Women have been chairman of Action Aid. We sell property where they been built during the rehabilitation of youths after the war. Sell an Godrich. The money, say, part of them for be used for build an art center. Don't get architectural drawings. We get challenge for get land. Eventually, the minister at the time say, okay, we can use side and soup. They don't move down soup. So they actually moved down soup commodity. But then somebody possibly don't build a hotel na part of the land. They approach government and say, okay, build some side for Dan Soup where the cultural village can move go. Then get land at mile 6.
Yeah.
Now they go build cultural village. Not properly, they're not getting proper specifications. So we build some cultural village better than the side with them in there. But then equipment and guess what equipment and not being all thing and say, well, let them go rent first for 1 year. Give them money for go rent. Then go rent the 1 year done, money done, nothing again. Then don't go look side and soup there now. Then don't go build palm body then they.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the money where Action Aid been put aside at the time it was about $140,000 for starter seed money. That money they depreciate because no action was taken by the ministry. That money they depreciate they reach about 50,000 because now being loans put on a fixed deposit account. Even though they get interest, but it depreciates. Action Aid they be that enemy don't left Action Aid long. The Action Aid they be the ministry at the time for let them do this, let them get costings, bill of quantities, etc. No action. Eventually Action Aid repurpose the money. Because the money been just depreciate, then use them for something else. So the space they may believe say we need to get a custom built art center. Until we get on there, we can call it National Art Center. We will get custom built spaces for performance, for exhibitions, etc. And the architectural drawings there. We don't do the architectural drawings. And I also believe, say, with that report from the World Bank now, the World Bank safe to acknowledge, say, this is not a sector we need support. Government can approach them for funding for build a performing arts center.
Yeah,
I not believe, say, if government put them as a priority, then go say no.
Doc, President Bio don't declare this year as a year of action. And he say action the way for impact the lives of people directly. What can I hope for Salon?
That he go able for achieve what he say want for achieve. Because if whatever then they do, able for impact positively on the lives of the average Sierra Leonean, then we go see better. We will get more peace, we will get more tranquility, we will get more development. People then go able for live happier lives. Thing then the way fundamental. People don't wake up holiday, some people don't work sabi. You can't begin get blackout. Even now we ourselves we've been down they overcome the blackouts, we've been on better, now we don't revert back to 1 day in, 1 day out, at times 2 day out, etc. We get solar system. We have been all left for worry about waiting generator a day, almost 1 year noise generator. Now the battery then don't get problem. And so now for the light generator, they burn fuel every day or every 2 days. I get for buy 20-liter fuel for run me generator because the solar not they last long enough, not they get light regularly. So them fundamental thing them. I remember years ago, late Lulu write an article published in a newspaper where he say when I been girl picking in the 40s, 50s, now well them in the use for get water. Then we transition to pipe borne water. But in the later years, you don't get for go back to well water. Me and I'm using now well water we they use. Because Guma, the pipe then they cut the pipe, now they get water regularly, so dig well, put submersible pump, they pump water, now they use. So when I've been Bobo, they go up na Banlin, Guma been they supply water, na tank, and they can pump water now with tank until they connect pipe when they get pipe borne water. I'm time na Banlin, where I left government, and now be need pump for pump water na my tank. So if the pressure been there, the pump go up na the tank. Then after a while, I get for put pump. And now the water now they can inside the compound safe. So we they go backwards in time. Then we been tar. We go Jala for go study in the 70s. Tar disappear at some point. They not rehabilitate some of them. So then thing where you could consider fundamental. Light, water, food, education, housing. If we're not able to solve them problem, then everything else now will stem. Good quality education, government they try, but the corruption so boku that even though government they put significant resources, most of them not they go side supposed for go. Whether in the agriculture, or the health, or the education, or most of the bulk of the money not they go side supposed for go. So until we for control corruption, reduce the wastage, ensure say the money where government they put the tax and the private sector, and not really get clarity as to waiting our government strategy for developing the private sector. Because when you look at taxation, a similar exploitative system where the British them in the use, basically for tax, the one day for tax, for labor for fund government activity. So the private sector, then they increase taxation. You want loan a bank, it's virtually impossible. The interest is recently. Maybe we have been set up a joint savings account. Then this year, then send me SMS. Then don't give 1 loan, 1 point something loans interest. Then the next message, we don't deduct 4 point something loans from your account for SMS services. Then we don't deduct point something loans for GST on SMS services. So then give me 1 loan, then they take 6 loans. So, but then when you go to a bank for go take loan, then they charge you 20-something% interest, 30-something% interest. But then when we go save me money, when I have my money we are saved, then they use for give loan, then they give me 1% interest, or 2% or 5%.
Then take Panam back for service.
Exactly. So I believe say government forget a strategy, clear strategy for develop the private sector. Because government, and I think governments have know that, government on your own cannot provide the job that people need. Now the private sector across the world, small scale, medium size, and large scale private sector businesses. If we're not able to grow the private sector, make the private sector able to provide employment for people, then we go continue on this path.
Okay. Doc, finally, I want we end Usai we start. The issue of the drugs. You know, I don't read part 1 and part 2 of which you write, and you clearly they say we need for look at the critical issue, the problem. It's not just about the drugs, but the problem, what's in the cause the drugs, not the symptoms, not the headache, for look aside the sickly. What's in go be your message to young people out there, to government as well, you know, in addressing this issue about addiction and drugs in the country? We
need for cure the disease, not to for suppress the symptom. And the disease na drug addiction. Within the cause drug addiction, we get for be clear, identify them and deal with them. As I say, not a quick fix, not to go solve overnight, not to 1 year business, now medium to long term business, but we need for start. We need, first of all, for protect the one that will not begin it. Let them not get involved in them. Then we need for deal with the one that we don't begin but they're not addicted yet. Then we need for rehabilitate, if possible, the one that we don't fully addicted. But the social issues, when they cause the addiction, we need for deal with them. We need for agree, say, then a real problem. Let nobody not try for sugarcoat or pretend, say, not to push they kill the Boku people that they die in a treat. For less, then can't tell we say 27 people die, then 27 they the body in a treat, 23 of them die from natural causes. Even if not natural causes, then if we raise serious alarm bells.
Yeah, that kind of number.
Those natural causes that way they kill so many people on the streets, then they die in a treat. They're not reaching hospital. They're not dying at the house in a treat. So there is a problem, whether not natural causes or whether not natural causes or whether not drugs or not problem. So we need to address the problem. And we know say, I think say we all know say this kush business is a serious problem. Government don't they try for deal with the law enforcement side, because one of the fact that we not get strong law enforcement over time have been part of the reason why the thing boku so. Now then don't begin deal with Andy, then don't they try for deal with the addicts for rehabilitate them. But the social issues, we need for pay attention to them. We need for get a lot of social mobilization. If I go church over this Christmas period a number of times, each time I they say to myself, nobody know they preach but drug addiction. I think see all across the board, religious organizations, traditional institutions from village chief to section chief to paramount chief to traditional healers to religious leaders, Christians, Muslims, if we all engage and we get forget somebody get for provide the leadership for let that kind of engagement they take place, mobilize them. We go to church. If everyone go get in theme where they preach, but if we talk about drug addiction, waiting you as parents or you not picking, waiting for do, waiting not for do. But for let talk about I self need for understand. So some sessions need for be done with the religious community for let them able for preach and educate them congregation. For the traditional side self, the same thing need for be done because we need for go right down to grassroots level. The same thing we've been do for Ebola and COVID. We need for replicate then kind social mobilization.
Because it's a social problem.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, thank you so much, Doc. Thank you so much. It's been a very good conversation. I've been knowing you say wait to make you left government. I've not been get the other part of the SLBC, incorporation and Slena. We not be able to pass through. We not be able to pass through a cabinet as well. So I think I don't get understanding now of sometimes. Sometimes it can be difficult for staff, right?
Yes, and in my own position, when I've been Minister of Information, now making it for face the public on Boku issues. 10 days I can do advise one thing, they not agree. Then it turned out as I've been predicting, and me back again for good.
Now they go defend.
So one thing they been difficult at. If I don't forget one incident one time, when you get problem with the media, then don't they be me need for do something about the media. We need for do something. We need for bring them under control. I refuse for is the pass where I've been get at the time because IMC not been that time because maybe they push for establish IMC. So I say okay, the only thing we can do. Now forget the NRA. I'm not sure if NRA been did that thing. But anyway, income tax, for go after them because they know they pay them tax. So just tell NRA for let them ask them for pay them tax. So I'm agree, I'm glad. Yes, loud ram, pakaba. I mean day before. So NRA begin go after them. Kevin Lewis, now I been Secretary General of / that thing. So they begin monitor them for tax. This minister, na Spencer, they cause all this problem. Now don't count this, now don't count that. Then come see Pakaba. Pakaba call meeting. I sit down. Pakaba do that. No remember also the minister them in there. But then don't complain. Then Pakaba turn to me. Julius, I think say you need for talk to income tax, let them relax on this tax business.
After they don't put you on.
Na me even that the boss so. Say na me cause the problem. When I then push me, So and I know say leader then can do that at times. So I say yes, sir, I go talk to them, sir. Now calling tax income tax vex one. I said I wait you when I left them. When I left them journalists then up the matter. So some of them can experience then they with hindsight they teach you bokutin them. But also for me it reached a point where it was a bit much.
It gets tired. Yeah, very early stage. One of the few people that resign from government. Like you say, Salomon they resign.
And I'm not going to side in at the country.
Dog still there. We pray that God continue to keep you and so they're going to learn from you and get the support, the inspiration, and as well. This morning I've been talk about how we need people we go serve as role model. Not only in real life, but with society. People that we go tin up talk, everybody they listen to. I always can give this example, say, I remember there was a time in this country where the bishop who was head of TRC then,
Bishop
Ompa. People when they reference Bishop Ompa, them when they come out and talk on national issues. You get them people and the religious leaders, but you get people in a society back where go add them voice to national issues and politics. Everybody go listen. The leader then go listen to them. But I agree with you, and I mentioned that this morning. Say from we community, from we homes to we community, we don't lose that thing of people and we get moral values who they look up to. It's missing. It's missing. If some of we not tell God thank you, we'll get people like we still there around, we'll go reach out to, or we'll go member say. Doc, they no go and say Lamana involved in this, or I go seek advice from you. It's difficult for some people. I think that they don't affect with society, and hopefully we will get back to them. And but now leadership. Doc, me I believe say that leadership will change how. Me I don't know for other people anymore, but I just believe say one person, one leader, they change this place because they can say. How the leader they behave, the leader is a reflection of the people that are around them and a reflection of a society and a country. But now then this conversation today, Tete will meet back tomorrow with the Truth Morning Devotion. Many thanks to Dr. Spencer and Andrew Lavalley who joined me this morning. Thanks to my colleagues, the technical and production team. Thanks to all our viewers and listeners them. But as always, members say, we all get a role for play for serve this country. Doc, they don't play them part, fight for democracy, and Doc, I think they think for asking this question. President Bio declared January 18th as a National Day of Remembrance and Peace. What do you think about that? And what do you think say we need for do as a nation for remember what happened during the war? Who not been the people that we've been there before?
I think the declaration is long overdue, and I'm glad we don't do it now. The only thing that we celebrate now be my young day, I miss this day. We remember people that will die, soldier man that will die during the World War, World War I and World War II. But we don't get we on board them. Not be able to do anything for commemorate them. I think say, the large proportion of the population now not gets the lived memory of what happened during that period from 1991 to 2002 and then declared the war over. Anybody with below 30 not been baby or not been born yet. So we need for educate them one and day, but waiting we go through. Some of we were work on a free tongue. We see the body not grown. We see dog they eat mortal man. We no one go through that kind of experience again. And unless the generation that will come after we, they understand and then recognize what you've been go through as a country, then go tend for make the mistake back. So all the problem them with the TRC identify, we all need to do whatever necessary for let we deal with the issues then there and make sure so we not go back to South don't come out. So it's very important that we commemorate that day. And I think so we need to get program them across the country on that day for remember what may happen, celebrate the one that we do something, the one that we lost in life, remember them, and also chart the way forward.
Yeah.
What you for do for make we not go back to South come out.
Yeah.
I think it's very important.
It's very important. And I see the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, they lead on that. And hopefully they will come out with a plan because, they fight again on what we need for do, just so that it not be another holiday where everybody go sit on our house. But it can be a civic responsibility back. Waiting we for do on that day, if not a community, what you could do engagement. And there are a lot of people who don't understand what you go through. We don't know the history of waiting some of we being very young and see during the war. But hopefully we'll get a conversation on that as well for understand waiting government the plan and how this first one all they get, how we go create an impact. So we all go understand, say every January 18, we get a role for play, for remember we pass and commit, say never again. So we'll meet back tomorrow. Have a lovely day and continue for stay with we. We want to thank everybody. Just yesterday evening, we reached the 100K mark, and we appreciate that. We don't take them for granted. We will continue for do our best. Have a lovely day and continue for follow Truth Media on Facebook, YouTube, on socials, and listen to we on 103.9 FM. My name is Amadou Lamranaba, and bye-bye.